teacher is Mr. Cook. Mr. Cook has shown his respect, his kindness, everything that's good about a teacher. He's got like this many reasons, okay? He is just such a cool teacher. He cares about his students. My mother, she caught breast cancer she got breast cancer in last November, and that was really sad for all of us. And Mr. Cook, as his overall great character, I let everybody know why I was off my ball game, because my mother and her situation, our situation. Anyway, guess what he decided to do? This dude offered to bring us pizza. Isn't that amazing? He's just so sweet, and it blew my mind that a teacher could be this sweet.
My highlights of the year is being able to meet some new people, which I thought would be hard because we're all online, but it was nice. And my favorite teacher is Mr. Van Loo, my forensics teacher, because even though we all have our cameras and mics off, he's always making little jokes, which makes class a little bit more interesting.
Hi, I'm Ariana Flores, and my year at eLearn has been pretty fun, pretty challenging because it's online, but I got a hang of it and I like it. And my favorite teacher while on eLearn was and is Miss Mallow, because she's really thoughtful, really nice, and checks up on us to see where we're at with work. And she also sends out letters like for holidays.
One of my school highlights during this year in eLearn was probably like learning the new ways to do assignments. One of my favorite teachers this year was Mr. Cook. He's a good teacher because he like replies quick and actually tells us like life stories about him.
One of my favorite highlights was, since middle school, I continued to maintain my grades by doing my homework and turning it in on time. In my opinion, I think all the teachers are great, but I would say my English teacher, Miss Jamaro, stood out the most for me because she makes time of her busy schedule to help me out with any questions I have.
So for me, a highlight eLearn would be being able to learn in a safe and comfortable environment. One of my favorite teachers would be Mr. Cook, because he does give out really creative assignments and he does ask for our feedback if we liked it or if we didn't.
Hi, my name is David St. Mary, and my favorite teacher is Jeffrey Cook because he teaches us about cameras, videoing, and I never knew that it was more to them. I thought taking a picture was just taking a picture, taking a video was just taking a video, and I do YouTube, so he's taught me a lot.
My highlights this year in eLearn was that I got to meet some amazing new people, some lifelong friends now throughout this year. I was also able to spend more time with my family, as well as being able to have more self-isolation, which really allowed me to reflect upon myself and grow as a person. My favorite teacher would have to be Miss Mawson. I loved the interactions we had as a class, as well as her style of teaching, which I found to be fun.
The highlights of my year in eLearn is that I focused on getting my work done, and I was able to turn it on time so I can get the credit to graduate. I was looking forward to it. My favorite teacher from eLearn is Mr. Van Loon, because he seems a cool teacher to hang out with, and he seems entertaining when talking about movies, games, etc.
My highlights for this year would be making friends and then just meeting new people, because it's like confusing to make friends, especially online. You don't get to actually talk or meet them in person to see how they really are.
Hi, my name is Nathan Nguyen. I'm in 10th grade. I go to eLearn Academy, and one of my highlights of being in eLearn was the patience of the teachers. I got stuck on a lot of things during the year, and the teachers were very patient to help me out. And honestly, my favorite teacher this year was Mr. Van Loon. He's my physics teacher. He's the best teacher I probably ever had in a while. He's very nice, she's chill. He has a great personality.
I had a good year here at eLearn because I've been getting used to now becoming more independent on the instructions. You know how they do give you self-paced assignments. I'm becoming more independent. I know how to do my own things just with instruction. Become more friends. with Mr. Cook. He's my favorite teacher. He's been a good teacher. His classes are really chill. Me and him becoming friends, and yeah.
My favorite teacher is, well, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say Mr. Cook. He has a nice way of saying things. Actually, his voice is very engaging. It has that, just has that soothing, right? No, almost every other teacher I hear, it's always too much, But the way that Mr. Cook, he always says calm, vigilant, and very contrast to every word he says. But when he needs to make a point across, he really gives context.
Our highlights of the school years when we went and did the PACER test at school, the PE thing. That was the highlights of our school year, to be honest. Because I met this one new person. He was pretty chill. Then I met this other person who actually shared the same interest as me. Yeah, we were just talking about it for a good minute. My favorite teacher is probably my math teacher. He's pretty chill. I like my math teacher because we always make meetings with him, and he was very flexible. He's a very respectable teacher.
All my teachers are basically all my favorite teachers, and the highlight of this school year was getting my grades to 4.0.
Some of my highlights from this year in eLearn is that I got to make new friends. They're really funny. And I don't really want to choose between my teachers because I really like all of them. But if I really have to, it would be my physiology teacher, Miss Am. She's just so sweet and she's amazing. And she always tries to push us out of our comfort zone, and that's great for me.
The highlights of my year was getting all straight A's in all my classes, working with a lot of good teachers in my life. All the teachers were helping me get ready for college. And my favorite teacher this year is Mrs. Mello, Sydney Mello. The reason why she is my favorite teacher is because she pushed me to do my work on time.
I think everybody's a great teacher, but I think the biology teacher, Miss Machine, she's a great teacher because she's very cool and chill and very funny as a biology teacher because she doesn't bore us.
One of my highlights this year has been learning different camera shots. It has helped me a lot improve how I take my pictures. I think all of my teachers are great, and I am very happy and very lucky to have all of them because they have helped me out a lot this year and helped me when I don't understand things or just need help.
I'm going to talk about my highlights this year of eLearn. One of them was getting good grades. And then my favorite teacher is my biology teacher.
My highlights of this school year in eLearn are meeting new people, making new friends to go to Santa Cruz trip with me on May, and meeting two of my great teachers who are Mr. Cook and Ms. Hernandez, whose classes are enjoyable and really fun. Also learning new things in my classes, like learning types of documentaries, knowing how to record very good, learning how to read and write in Spanish. My favorite teacher is Ms. Hernandez. The reason she is my favorite teacher is because she has a very kind heart. She's very nice. She doesn't give a lot of homework. She's very understandable and helps. She has fun projects to do in class. She helped me to read and write in Spanish. She does fun journals where we talk about ourselves. She's funny, and she's just the best teacher in the world, to be honest. Make sure to sign up for Spanish to get Mrs. Hernandez as a teacher.
My favorite teacher is my biology teacher, Mrs. Mosin, because she doesn't make class boring, and it actually makes me want to continue learning biology and stuff.
My favorite teacher is my PE teacher, Regina. She's my favorite teacher because she's nice and I don't know, I just like her energy.
Some of the highlights from this year are opening up more, talking to my classmates more, getting to know some of my classmates through the group projects we do. That was fun. And I would have to say my favorite teacher is Mr. Cook because he actually teaches something that I'm interested in, interested in it. And he makes class and more fun and actually exciting.
My favorite highlight of the year is talking in groups and connecting with other students. And my favorite teacher is Miss Vincent. She no longer works as a teacher at eLearn, but for the little time I had with her, she showed me how much she loved her job and was very engaged in her work. All of my teachers are very understanding and kind. Thank you for your work.
My highlight of this year is that time when Mr. Cook did a website thingy, and I did a Mario presentation, and it was actually really fun, and I like Mario a lot, so that's why this really was my highlight. So yeah, and my favorite teacher is Mr. Komaki or Komaki, yeah, and I like how me and him interact a lot.
I think my favorite teacher is probably math class, Mr. Raphael. The runner-up goes to Mr. Cook because Friday always ends. This is like Friday. Currently, this is Friday. Friday always ends good with this guy. I've never had a good ending on Friday last year. So, this guy is like the relief. He gives a good out Friday for the end. So.
Hi, my name is Luis. My favorite teacher is probably Mr. Cook. And one highlight from this year is the PE fitness test I did a couple months ago.
One of my favorite highlights of eLearn is my grades, ones at straight A's, and if I was in person, I'll be having all F's. And my favorite teachers are Mr. Lopez, my algebra teacher, Miss Mosen, my biology teacher, and Mr. Cook, my multimedia teacher. The reason why Mr. Cook's my favorite teacher because he's teaching me how to edit the photos on Lightroom and everything, and teach me what to do and what not to do. Miss Mosen, she's hecka funny in her class. And Mr. Lopez, I don't know, I just like math, and I've been having him for since 8th grade.
My name is Nayeli Cortez. The highlights of this year at eLearn for me are that I'm going to graduate pretty soon. I have good grades, and all my teachers are my favorite teachers this year. I am really thankful and appreciate all of you, and I'm also thankful for my counselor, Mrs. Lopez. Thank you to everyone. I appreciate all of you.